Good morning, everybody. Y'all ready for today?
Yeah!
My name is Avery Jones. I'm going to be your on-site coordinator for today. We're looking to have a good time. You're going to get some great information from some PR professionals, some media professionals. So we're going to head off the bus right now. We're going to head on up.
My major was not video or editing or photography or communications. My major was small business management at Radford University. 64 seed in the tournament. So I graduated in '91, so I've been doing this for almost 30 years now. And when I got out of college, I didn't take any communications classes, but I bought a video camera as kind of like a graduation gift. I bought a Sony 8mm camera. And from then on, I was the guy with the camera at the parties or, on the family vacations. I just had the camera with me all the time. I kind of fell in love with the camera. It became a hobby of mine, just like cameras are a hobby of a lot of people. People were like, oh, those are good shots, maybe I had an eye or something. I didn't even know what an eye was, and I really didn't have any formal training. So I'm a self-taught videographer, photographer, and what's helped me a lot is my small business management training of how to kind of run a business. So it's great to want to be a photographer, but in the end, you kind of have to build relationships. You have to learn how to deal with all different types of people. You have to learn how to send them an invoice and collect payment and deal with customer service issues. So being kind of a successful person after you get out of college and in the world of business is a lot more than just the specific thing you're interested in. It's being a well-rounded person. So I'm a visual guy, so I'm gonna kind of take you through where I kind of started. You want to get your wide-angle lens of 14 to 24. You want to get your mid-range 24 to 70. That's kind of what you'd use at a party or an event where it might be like, hey, smile. I get you too. I might tighten up for a 70mm shot. Click, click. Or it might be like, hey, we want to get a wider shot. Widen out to 24. And then you want to get your 70 to 200mm lens. So those three lenses, like the wide, the mid, and the telephoto are kind of the staples. The Nikon lens, it costs $2,500 for the 70 to 200. It costs $2,000 for this is like brand new if you were to get brand new glass. And then the wide angle is another $2,000. So that's $6,000 or $7,000 in lenses, plus the $3,000, so like $10,000, which sounds like a lot, and it is kind of a lot. But then you can start making money moves and pay that stuff back. So you don't look at the equipment so much as a lost expense, not like going out to dinner. It's an investment in your future.
My favorite part was gear shift.
Action.
Learning about the lenses and some of the operations that they had over there in their system.
At 1/60th as far as the shutter speed, 500 ISO, and the f-stop on this camera.
They started giving me revenue, and it inspired me. So I'm gonna utilize what I have in my material and just gain more revenue and make more films. And that was my favorite part.
We're Virginia State University. Thank you, Gearshift TV.
Synesthetic.
Round one. We have students come here and work the control room doing the stuff.
If students are employed here in the Summer Youth Employment Program, we train them up. We got to learn everything from bottom up. And then if you're good enough to, we can sometimes even let you do your own studio production, your student production. So that's one of the projects is it's our student youth employment for the summer. They have to do a project from A to Z. Shoot it, go out in the field, shoot it, come back here, edit it. If they have a studio component, they can do the switching and everything. And they'll have one of us mentor you as you go along. So you're never lost. We're always here to assist.
Perfect. Round
York because I was on tour. I was on, in LA because I was on tour. But like what we are creating here in DC, I mean, it's a beast. Like we're competing. I was just on the set, of Scandal last week. We're doing music. We have performances here. So, you can do and be whatever you want to be without having to go to LA or New York.
Yeah, that's my struggle. I just don't know. I know exactly what I want to do. I just don't know where to go or how to get there.
Well, you're halfway there. So, like, a lot of times people don't know, what they want to do. They're trying to figure it out. And it doesn't mean you have to know, straight from the jump. Like, at first I didn't know, but I will tell you this. When I majored, I got my undergrad in communications and film, and my master's is in arts administration and sports management. But every single thing I did, it had to lead to a passion. So I didn't necessarily jump from job to job to job. I had a trajectory and built a career. So if you know what you want to do, you're halfway there. What's concerning is when you're, in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s, still don't know what you do. So you can't, how you gonna get there if you don't know where you're going? So that's important to really decide what you want to do. Yes, sir. Yes. I can't hear you.
Who's that gentleman over there with the hat, the red shirt? Taking
I
pictures?
Can't see.
The black jacket, the red shirt. Over here in the corner? The black. That's heavy one there?
Yeah. See, now, New York, LA? No, it all happens right here.
DC rapper like
New York, LA?
I started off as a PA, production assistant, and I worked my way up to being a producer.
Today was really amazing. I had the chance to network, and I got a little bit more confidence as a senior getting ready to graduate. I was able to get all my questions answered and feel a little bit better about graduating.
And my favorite part was when we got to sit down and talk with different people, and it actually sparked an interest in me. It got me going with ideas of what I can do when I graduate, or even now before I graduate. I'm thinking about production, starting maybe a little company with some friends, because our friends are networked, so why not network while I'm here with my fellow classmates, because you never know what we might be when we graduate, so yeah.
But I needed somebody to take a chance on me. So I looked on Craigslist, and there was a ad to be a production assistant / van driver. Now, I had never driven a van before, and this is my end. I was like, this is it. So I applied, I was real eager, and I got the job.
What I got from this was exactly what it is. I got a lot of exposure. Me being a freshman personally, it helped me figure out what I really want to focus on. It opened my eyes. I got to speak to a lot of people. Me starting off, I'm only 18, so starting off so young, I got a lot of exposure, talking to people, business cards, just networking, which is, I think, the most important thing, especially in mass comm.
And my favorite part about today was listening to Kendrick Kinney, and he told us how to keep the party going by using our resources, networking, and ultimately myself. I only have 24 hours in a day, and what I decide to do with my 24 hours in a day will decide how my life will turn out. I need to use networking by talking to my professors and getting to know who they know, so I can, use those resources and the resources that we have in school as far as cameras, editing software, everything I have at my fingertips. So I am the person that determines my fate, basically.
I mean, it's countless classmates of mine that are doing their thing. We were all each other's network, so we all work together.
At the end of the day, everything at this point is about storytelling and how your story is told. You want to go into PR, and you want to go into audio. That script writing translates into the audio, translates into a film or TV production, radio, and down the road.
Today's segment is the media tour, and what I got out of it is home away from home, because back in the early 90s, I used to be a dancer for Def Comedy Jam, also worked for Black Entertainment Television, Teen Summit, Planet River, Rap City, and seeing everybody for over 20 years was more of a remembrance, reunion, and looking at the young students here who are seniors and looking for a career in the media field. Since I'm still actually pursuing my career, just trying to get my degree and then go back to work. Just looking at, some of my little young peers, they could, be under my wing and I could just show them around, show them the ropes, and probably one day they'll be taking, following my footsteps and, carrying on the tradition. That's it. So I salute to these people and I wish them a big success.
There is an accident on the outer loop at 66. That is jammed from the Dulles Toll Road. Also looking at one on 95 southbound between Lorton and Occoquan. I'm sure that's already having delays. Manassas, something scary going on Dumfries Road. North and southbound is closed right now at Cobb Road between there and Lake Jackson. An overturned oxygen truck. Yay! Everything else just jamming up because it's DC. It's Friday, and that's what they want to happen on a holiday weekend. Have fun. Wow. So there's that. I was an intern. I finished my internship. That was before when we were allowed to have free interns. We can't do that anymore, and I have to have part-time employees. But I was an intern. I left, and then after I graduated, I had no job. So I would just come here. I would show up. I lived an hour away, and I would just show up and be like, "They're expecting me upstairs." And I would just come here, and I would sit for 8 hours right there at that desk, and if anybody needed anything, I was here. If they didn't, I was just on a computer kind of doing whatever. Bruno Mars and Cardi B, I'm Evie. Elizabethany too. It's Hot 99.5, DC's #1 hit music station. I just had this huge party of people from Virginia State in here. Hey guys! I don't know how they're all fitting in here. This is incredible. But welcome. Thank you for coming in. There's phones on me. It's like the paparazzi.
We went to several radio stations, TV stations, and we got to meet and network with different people in media. My favorite part was visiting iHeartRadio and meeting the people here. It's dope. And this is a really great tour. I know why it's called eXposure. There were so many radio stations. I listened to 97.1, 99.5. I never thought I'd ever get to visit these stations, so it's been a real experience for me.
And my best part about today was probably coming into iHeartRadio, experiencing how a radio station works, how a traffic station works. This is my first actual mass communications trip to go on, and it's teaching me a lot about networking, because after I got to college, I want to be able to network and know people and talk to people and be comfortable in finding a career. But eXposure helped out a lot with all that today, and I just want to say I appreciate that very much.
And this was actually my first time going on the media tour, and I gotta say, after we just finished wrapping up, that this was definitely an experience that I'll never forget. I was really stuck between a rock and a hard place for a long time at Virginia State University in the mass communications major, because I always felt like I had so many abilities to touch on different aspects of media. But coming here and seeing the actual workforce and how it is behind the scenes and the opportunities that's available, it really helped me narrow my path. And being a senior, that's very important. So this eXposure trip was everything for me.
We're Virginia State University. Thank you, iHeartMedia.
My name is Kaylin Dorsey. I'm from New Jersey, and I'm a mass communications major.
My name is Devontae Connor, mass communications major.
Hi, my name is Tatiana Frazier. I am a junior. I go to Virginia State University.
My name is Talbot Lane II. I'm a junior. My major is mass communications at Virginia State University.
My name is London Drake. I'm a freshman. I go to Virginia State University.
My name is Timothy Northern. I'm a sophomore at Virginia State University. My major is mass communications.
My name is Brian Rogers. I'm a senior at Virginia State.
Hi, my name is Faith Webb. I am a junior mass communications major from Virginia State University.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is David Patillo. I am a junior at Virginia State University / transfer student from Fair State University in Big Rapids, Michigan.
All right, how y'all doing? My name is Malcolm Pinckney, a mass communications major, senior at Virginia State University, and the president of Mass Communications Club.
Thank you. I just want to thank Virginia State for always showing love and coming back up here to the DC area and supporting not just our program, but getting an opportunity to go to all the studios that are able to open their doors. So hope to keep doing it again. This is our 11th year of actually doing this tour. Hail, hail Virginia State, and this is part of the love that we got to give back. Pay it forward.
eXposure.